Greetings everyone. Once again welcome to BTS EduTube. Let's pick up from where we had stopped. In the previous episode of Nationalism in India series, we discussed about Rowlatt Act. As you know that despite of the oppositions from the Indians, the Rowlatt Act was hurriedly passed by the British Imperial Legislative Council. Let's be very clear about this movement. Many cities in India were flooded with protests and rallies, a complete disapproval from the people to immediately abolish the Rowlatt Act. Even Mahatma Gandhi gave a call that he will launch a nationwide satyagraha hartal on 6th of April, and to do so he will enter Delhi. Unfortunately, before Mahatma Gandhi could come to Delhi, he was arrested and imprisoned. At this particular time, I want your attention to be that this time Punjab and the northern states of India was one of the hottest spot for the national movement. On 10th of April 1919, hundreds of people came onto the roads, peacefully protesting against the British and asking for the immediate release of two of their national leaders, Saifuddin and Satyapal. They were arrested on the grounds of martial law. Due to this peaceful procession turned into the violence clash with police, resulted in casualties on both the sides, Satyagrahis and the British policemen. On the following days, that is on 13th April 1919. Remember the date, 13th April 1919. The day that Indians will never ever able to forget. The day that caused a deeper wound in the hearts of Satyagrahis. A day which basically people in Punjab celebrate as Baisakhi, a festival of harvest, was turned into a massacre. When General Brigadier Dyer got to know that thousands of people had gathered in the enclosed park of Jallianwalla Bagh, he came with the gunmen and closed all the entry-exit gates, and without giving any set of warnings, immediately ordered the gunmen to open fire on the people. Women, children, elderly people, all aged people were gathered there. And as this open fire on the people began, it ended only when they ran up with ammunitions. They stopped only when they were running with the bullets. This massacre killed more than 1,000 people and more than 1,050 people were injured. As the news of this massacre of Jallianwalla Bagh spread in northern states of India, it completely took the shape of violence. Thousands of people came onto the roads, completely being violent because they could not hold the pain of the massacre that happened on 13th April. Police stations were set on fire, buildings were damaged, communication lines were disconnected, and railway network was blocked. This took a very complete shape of violence in north parts of India for many days to go on. Now, the other part that we need to look onto is when Mahatma Gandhi was convinced himself to launch a nationwide movement, a bigger Satyagraha campaign by the name of Non-Cooperation Movement. When Mahatma Gandhi himself was convinced, now it was the time to convince the other leaders of National Congress. To do so, two such Congress sessions were held. First Congress session held was on September in Calcutta, which is called the Calcutta Congress Session of 1920. And later on, the final stance of non-cooperation movement was taken in Nagpur session of December 1920, wherein the national leaders were convinced to launch the non-cooperation movement. Let's look on to the main part of this episode called non-cooperation movement. In our next episode, let us look on to the continuation of this series of nationalism in India. Stay tuned and thank you so much.